Hi there, my name is Dr. KT Manus, and this is Marketing 4385 Marketing Strategy. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and introduce the different aspects that we'll be going throughout this course. Now, this is a very fast-paced course. We have 4.5 weeks that we are going to go through marketing strategy and give you the deep dive of strategic thinking and what you in the future will be doing. Hopefully one day if you become the executive of a company or you start your own company, these are things that you're going to need to do to be successful. So we'll go through some of those today and talk about that. So a little bit about me before we get started. I have been at Texas Tech now for a little over, let's say, 6 years, and I like to travel. In 2019, I visited 11 different countries. I conduct research while I'm not teaching at Texas Tech, and my research is at the interface of technology and marketing. So if you read my introduction instructor information, you will see that I've published in Journal of Business Research on virtual reality. I've also done some stuff on consumer reviews, and now my research is focused on artificial intelligence. So definitely very interested in technology. Now on the business side, I don't only do teaching and research. I am also involved in real estate development here in Lubbock. I have a catering business that I've had in New Mexico. This will be my 8th year starting in June. And then I also do a little bit of marketing consulting for some nonprofits and a couple of other businesses in New Mexico. I am a Shriner. I am involved in that, been involved with that for the last 5 years. We helped disabled children, those who have orthopedic issues, and that's a very wonderful cause. I'm sure you've seen the commercials on television, Shriners Hospitals. Being involved in that has been a wonderful experience. I also am a big foodie, so this was whenever I was in Italy in 2019, some nice gelato there. That was also in Italy at the bottom of Mount Vesuvius. Wonderful experience. I like wine. And that was me hiking in New Mexico, Wheeler's Peak, a couple of years ago, and that was a fun experience. I'm a big hiker, love the outdoors. So the last thing is that's a picture of me in the Grand Canyon, and like I said, I just love the outdoors hiking. So I'll be looking forward to getting to know you through those information sheets, but that's a little bit about me. Now, how to contact me. I gave you this information in the syllabus. I am located in the Rawls College of Business. If you are on campus or you're in Lubbock, during this summer, you can come and meet with me. That is an option, but you'll just need to schedule that with me in advance because I'm not always at the Rawls. So otherwise, we do have the option to meet with me during my office hours, and my office hours, obviously, they're here 4 to 5 p.m. or by appointment via Zoom. So you can schedule that. That's no problem. But do anytime you would like to meet with me, do email me in advance, because just because I have office hours does not mean that I'm going to be sitting in a Zoom room waiting for you to show up. You should email me and let me know that you'd like to attend office hours. That way I can make sure that we're going to be able to meet. And then finally, an important thing to note is that my response time, I will respond to you as quickly as possible. Many students who have emailed me already, usually I get back to you within a few minutes, but sometimes it can be a few hours. And if there's really something busy going on, it may be within 24 hours. Now on the weekends or after 5 p.m. on Friday, it will probably be 48 hours. Now, I do check my email on the weekends, as most people do, but unless it's something urgent, please try to get a hold of me during the Monday through Friday. And that's also one of the reasons why I scheduled your submission deadlines, so that if something crazy does happen and you need my help before submission deadline, it's not going to be on Saturday or Sunday. You can email me on Monday through Friday to get help with an assignment that you need to submit. So that eliminates any last minute confusion, like on a Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. Or a Sunday. You don't have to email me in a panic, and we can just mitigate some of those issues up front. Now, I did mention in previous emails to you that you needed to get the course textbook. I hope you did. This is a really inexpensive course textbook, especially if you choose to rent it. I obviously have purchased a copy, and there's plenty of options available to you with this textbook. And I firmly believe in just renting this textbook or even buying used. There's no sense in buying an expensive version of a textbook. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about are these different assessments, and I'm going to introduce you to some of these different aspects related to the assessment. So we have one current marketing challenge that's going to be worth 100 points, 6 case reports, 1 group strategic marketing plan and presentation, 3 exams, each worth 130 points, and then we'll have some supplemental activities, which I'll talk about, and that student information sheet. So all of that totals up to our 1,000 points for this course. So if you think about it, an A is going to be that 900 to 1,000. So it makes it really easy for you to calculate what you need to make on assignments, especially near the end of the semester. So that gives you an idea of how we'll do that. Now, with this current marketing challenge, we have that one total. Each student is going to present on their assigned date, and it needs to be related to the chapter indicated on the course schedule. So if you've looked at that course schedule, I have current marketing challenge presentation 1, and it has related to chapter 2, I believe. So in that, each current marketing challenge has a chapter that you should be presenting on, because these current marketing challenges are really to help you understand what's going on in the current environment. And it's really important for us as marketing strategists to understand the current environment. And we'll talk about that in our first week's session that I'm going to give you in the lecture. Now, with the current marketing challenge, we have a specific presentation format that I prefer, and this is the Pachakacha format. I have a video that I present a Pachakacha, and this format is 20 images, each for 20 seconds. And with this, you shouldn't have a words on your slide. All it needs to do is be an image. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that is really the point of using this PK method. So you will be able to record your presentation via Zoom, and you can trim your presentation within Windows, and I provide different videos on how to trim that. You can do that in Windows, or what I prefer you to do is upload your presentation to YouTube, and you can also trim your presentation, that video, within YouTube Studio. So you don't even really have to do that on your computer if you don't want to. What I also recommend is to practice recording. Like I said, you only have one of these presentations, and it's the 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So it shouldn't be really, you should put a lot of emphasis in doing it right, but also doing it well. I've included this link here so that you can see different Pachakachas if you'd like to. On that website, there's a lot of examples that you can look at, and obviously, like I said, my example is also within Blackboard, so you can check that out. Now, the case reports, these are extremely important, and this is where we will have our Zoom sessions. So this is part of it used to be writing intensive, but now it's communication literacy requirement, and this is a Texas Tech requirement. It's not a Dr. Manus requirement that I want you to write a whole lot and for me to read all of your case reports. No, it's that Texas Tech requires this of this particular course, and all undergraduate marketing students have to take this capstone course. So this is your communication literacy course requirement. With that, you will have 6 case reports at 45 points each, and I do provide a rubric on Blackboard for this. And if you need additional help, there is a Writing Center at TTU, Undergrad Writing Center, and then we also have the Georgie Snyder Business Communication Center that you can get help from them on your writing. And writing is extremely important, but also presenting is extremely important. And that's why we have that current marketing challenge presentation and also your presentation for the strategic marketing plan. So with communication literacy, it's not just what you write, it's how you speak also. So that's why we have this. Now, the way that we're going to analyze this, it's going to be a little bit different because we are obviously in a virtual environment. We will be doing part of the analysis and discussion via Zoom. But what you should do is you, as an individual student on your team, you should read the case before you meet with the team. You shouldn't be having to go over and read the case as your team is trying to meet. That's extremely unprofessional. So come prepared to your team meetings with notes on how to answer the case questions. And all the case questions are on Blackboard ready for you, so you don't really have an excuse, oh, I couldn't find the case questions. They're in Blackboard. So you should spend about 35 to 40 minutes trying to put the answers together based off of each individual's notes. And obviously, each individual has a different experience on what they think may be the right answer. So coming together, one student may have had a really great idea to answer question 1, but another student on your team may have had a completely different perspective. So that's why it's great to get involved in this team aspect, because there's going to be different perspectives from individual team members. Now with that, we will have an opportunity for you to meet with me via Zoom, and we'll discuss aspects of the case. So we'll do this. I have 1 day prior to the case report due date. However, I think most of them are at least 48 hours in advance. So plenty of time for you to be able to put your answers together. Now, I want you to come to this Zoom session prepared to bring questions related to the case questions, and also I'm going to ask you to answer questions. So it's really important that you come prepared to these Zoom sessions. Now, the last thing to note on this is that not all of your team members need to show up, but it's best if as many team members that can attend do attend, because when you break up, however you're going to break up the case report for individuals within your team to actually conduct the report and the write-up, it's best for all the team members to be present, because then you each have a good understanding. I've had it when students, even in class, if a few team members are missing, their portion of the case report is not as good as those who actually did attend our team meeting and understood my expectations. So with that, I have times indicated on the course schedule for when you should submit those final case reports, and each of those submissions are already available on Blackboard. I try to be pretty transparent on due dates, and so within each case folder I have due and the date that it's due. So I try to be very helpful in that regard, because I think these due dates can kind of sneak up on us at times. Now with the strategic marketing plan, different from previous semesters, I separated some of these like mini sections for you for your marketing plan. But this is semester long. You'll be in the same group or team as you were in your case reports. You have a final report that's worth 120 points and a presentation worth 50 points. Your team will record your presentation in Zoom as a team, and all team members need to be present, and you will submit that to me. So for that will be a total of 170 points. So these mini parts that I mentioned, once you get on Blackboard and you sign up for the team you want to join, you'll see that there are several mini parts, and I'm sure you noticed that in the course schedule. Each of those will be worth 5 points, and they're recorded as supplemental activities. This will help you progress through that strategic marketing plan instead of putting it entirely off to the last minute, and that's what we want to avoid. So doing these little mini activities throughout the semester will really help you progress through this summer course. Now the exams, these again are 330 points each. They're only multiple choice questions and they're related to the chapter material. Like I said, they'll be administered through Blackboard. Your first exam is June 10th, second June 21st, and last exam 3 is June 29th. We don't have a final exam in this course, so on July 2nd, whenever you submit your your final strategic marketing plan and presentation, you are done with the course. Now finally, what I'd like to mention is extra credit. And you're going to have one extra credit opportunity, probably more, but one extra credit opportunity is for sure available, and that will be revealed at least a week before the last day of class. So you have at least a week to work on that, and the due date is the last day of class, which is July 2nd. And this will be up to 25 points for completing. So similar to some of our other assignments, you're graded on your performance. So just because you turn it in doesn't mean you get the full 25 points. Well, that is really it for us really giving a broad, big picture overview for what this course is going to be like, the assessments, a little bit about me. I know this is a little bit longer video, but I think that all of these things are really important for you to really get a good understanding of my expectations and to get a good understanding of what the course is going to be about, especially if you didn't read in detail the syllabus. So with that, I will be looking forward to learning about each of you and us having a great summer semester. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at kt.manus@ttu.edu. Thank you. Bye-bye.